Hey, 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 welcome back, everybody. Today is Friday, and this will be a quick story time for y'all while I run some errands real quick. Today, we're going to talk about some of the messy crews that we've been working with, because I see y'all like the little story, and I want to keep that going. So, we got to move to a whole different job, memory bank here. Now, mind you, I'm not gonna give out no real names because people got real lives. I don't want y'all out there tripping. But we gonna call this one girl. We gonna call her the master of the minions. Because that's what we gonna call her. Now, I worked with this girl a total of 2 school years. Because we worked at the same bus company. I'm a professional driver. That's what I do. Now, me and the girl lived together for a year. 1 year. Because the agreement was that, hey, I help you, you help me. But the side agreement was, since she had a car and I had a car, you drive 1 week, I drive 1 week. That way, neither one of us is, doing the most. Well, that didn't work out. Because shortly after I moved in, all of a sudden, she having issues with her car. And she never drove this car again after I moved in. So, now we driving my car every day. But I don't know what she thought was going to happen, that she was going to have access to my car. No, boo. That's not how it worked. But the initial agreement was, she needed help with her kids. She needed help to contact the people downstairs, because the people that lived downstairs was her kids' grandmother on their dad's side. Her youngest 2 kids' grandmother on their dad's side. And she was having issues with the lady. But it is what it is. We'll get to that. So I'm looking at the people out here. So once I move in, the first couple of days I was there by myself because it was Christmas break, and that her and this dude had went to a timeshare vacation with family. Now, mind you, the reason she needed help with the lady downstairs is because the father of the kids went to jail. He gone to jail, had been gone for a few months now. She needed help. Okay, no problem. But I'm not fully comprehending until after I move in that, granted, she did need help with these kids and to combat the people downstairs, but come to find out, she also sleeping with the baby father's, one of his associates. Because I don't know if they were fully friends or just people that they knew, but they knew each other. But the baby daddy don't know that's who she fucking with. So, but again, that's none of my business. Kept my mouth shut. Because that's none of my business to tell the baby daddy. I talked to him on the phone via her. And so, he stays regularly. The deal was, she paid the rent as long as I continue to drive both of us back and forth to work and pay my car. And I paid my car note and insurance, and I pretty much kept gas in my own car because she was willing to pay half the gas or pay for gas every other week to get back and forth to work, and I wasn't going for it because you're not about to have access to my car like that. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. Not doing it today, tomorrow, no other day. Play with your mama, don't play with me. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. So moving on. Now, dude, did she know? She didn't tell me about dude, but okay, still not tripping. because again, not my business. So time goes on, and her and dude end up moving out. So mind you, she's still dealing with baby daddy on top of this, which, hey, I ain't seeing legal. So we go to work, we go home, we go to work, we go home. But I'm noticing that some things is happening at the job that's involving her. And so me and a friend, calling him Pretty Princess, sitting back watching the show. Because we noticed that every now and then, Minion goes in GM's office, the general manager, and the door closes. Normally, anybody that go in there and talk to him, the door stays open, no matter who it is, except for her. So every time they would come out, the GM is just as happy, smiling, like he big man on campus. Like, how you come out like top dog, shot calling. But previous to him coming out like that, he could be in there stressing, wrinkles on his face. We're gonna call him, like I always did, Papa Smurf. I called it to his face. He was Papa Smurf then, and he'd be Papa Smurf now. And so I'm like, Pretty Princess, it's like, I'm telling Pretty Princess, like, is he getting some happy endings in that office? Because the way he keep coming out of there with her, and after her being in there, is like he didn't got a happy ending. And so time goes on again. Some co-workers are getting married. Now by then, we about 4 or 5 months, 6 months into living in the same apartment. She's talking to this one guy at the job. We'll call dude low rider. If you get it, you get it. If you know, you know. And so her and Lowrider going back and forth, but we all know they didn't slept together. Her and Lowrider. So everybody go to this wedding. Now, she didn't ride with me to the wedding because me and another co-worker that we work with is going. But we had plans to do something else after the reception. So Minion rides with Lowrider. Now, me and the other friend, we'll call her Frozen Skittles, freeze-dried Skittles, because that's her thing, freeze-dried Skittles. So we go do our thing after the reception, hang out, go get a bite to eat real quick, have a couple of stronger drinks than what was at the reception, and go on about our business. I drop her off at home, I go back to the apartment. I change clothes, sit down in the living room, and turn the TV on. I eventually fall asleep in the living room because it's the only TV in the apartment, and it's my TV. I brought my TV when I moved in. I got cable on the TV because she didn't have cable in the apartment. And so, like I said, I must have dozed off because I didn't hear them, meaning Lowrider and Minion, coming in the apartment. Because we live on the top floor of the house, on the second floor, and the grandmother lives on the first floor. So all of a sudden I hear some moaning and groaning coming out her bedroom, because mind you, her bedroom is directly off the living room. And once I sit up on the couch from being dozed off, the TV is here, her bedroom door is here, it's next to the TV, and you can see a light on under the door, which the door was open when I fell asleep and the light was off, so I know she's home. Not thinking nothing of it, I go ahead, and I know they're in there because I hear them. If you know, you know. So I cut the TV off, go on in the other room because I'm sharing a room with her kids. But her kids aren't there. They're downstairs with the grandma. And so, next thing I know, I'm laying across the bed, and I noticed him, Lowrider, stroll on to the back door, which is in the kitchen, to leave because he obviously parked out back of the house and not in the front of the house. Because if he would have parked in the front of the house, he would have to walk towards the bedroom I'm in and open the front door that's just outside of the bedroom door that I'm in. So, not thinking nothing of it because I know what you was just in there doing. A couple weeks go by. By the end, she done went through her grandmother, the grandmother of the kids, watching them, to somebody I knew in a couple of neighborhoods over watching them, to now my great aunt is watching them at her house when we're at work because it's the summertime. Now, by now I noticed that you switching up babysitters because you don't want to pay. And I'm not finna let you get down on my auntie like this. And I tell my auntie, stop keeping them. She don't want to pay. Stop keeping them. That's bottom line. So, this one particular day, she tells me that, hey, Tyra, I'm not going to ride with you home. Lowrider is going to give me a ride home. Okay. As long as you go pick up your kids in a timely manner from my auntie, because she's not keeping them extra. Well, can't you pick them up? No. They're not my kids. Not picking them up. Not doing it. I'm not a built-in babysitter here. So you're going to need to go get your kids in a timely manner from my auntie house. Well, that ruined all her little plans to go hang out with Lowrider for a little while before having to come tend to her kids. Now, her and Lowrider stopped, doing a horizontal polka here after a couple weeks. And this so-called friend that she known since school started coming through a couple of times. I seen him a total of 3 times. First time I seen him, he picked her up from the nail shop from where we was getting our nails done for the wedding back in June. And I don't know how her son ended up with us, but he was with us. So when we left and was getting ready to leave the nail shop, dude is there to pick her up. She asked me to take her son with me back to the house. No again. Time out, not doing it. He came with you, he leave with you. That's your son. So now her extracurricular activities was put on hold. Because she got her son with her. She can't do all the extras in front of her son because he's awake. So, a few weeks later, dude come back around again. Now, me, her, and I don't know, it seemed like every time we would go do something, the son is with us. Her 2 daughters always either at her mother's house or they got other things to do. And at the time her kids was 9, 6, and 2. So me, her, and her son had went to run errands, do something, whatever, and dude popped up again. We'll call dude pop-up. Pop-up popped up again. So we all ended up going to the Outback. And again, she asked me, can I take her son with me to the house? Again, no. I'm not finna help you be a hoe. No. And so that time was full. A few weeks later, after she got done fooling with Lowrider, dude shows up for a late night date night at the house. Now, I went on in another room, went to sleep. Kids is in her room sleep. They out there watching TV. Somehow, I end up waking up. Just waking up. Maybe an hour and a half later. Turned over to close the door. And they sitting there. I see them sitting there watching the TV. So, okay, let me jump up, go to the bathroom, because all they doing is sitting there watching TV. Go to the bathroom and come back. Now I have to go past them into the kitchen and then into the bathroom. They like, okay, what's up? Nothing, what's up? Just came out to use the bathroom, not trying to bother nobody. They said, oh, no problem, if you want to hang out, just want to go to, whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to the bathroom, then going back to sleep. So I go use the bathroom, go back to the bed. I doze off again, but this time it's not a hard doze. It's like maybe just 10, 15 minute nod. Just now nod out. Well, instead of waiting to make sure she's asleep, make sure she's asleep. We'll let her start snoring, because then we know she couldn't sleep. I must have snored on this nod, because when I woke up again, opened my eyes again, she on her knees, giving a happy ending. Like, ew, disgusting. So I closed the door, gently closed the door. So I didn't want to interrupt nobody's business, because it's none of my business. It's none of our business. So I ended up switching jobs. I went from the bus company we were at to another one closer to a couple of towns over, but closer to where we lived at. And so now she definitely got to get a ride from anybody, everybody, somebody at that job, because I'm not getting up early, going all the way out there to drop her off, then come back to where I work at all before 6 a.m. Not doing it. Not doing it. So here comes, if I give his name, I can't, Van. That's what we'll call him. Van. V-A-N. Van. She started talking to Van, which works at the initial bus company. And again, me and Pretty Princess, we keep it. We doing this, So Van starts coming around, but Van is really feeling her. He ain't just looking for a quick hit and miss type thing. He really feeling her, like want a relationship, feeling her. And so one night, she asked me, if I put the kids to sleep, would you, and you're here, and I know you're eventually going to go to sleep because it's late, can I dip out for a little while with Van and hang out? Go get us something to eat, talk, whatever. Okay, no problem. Because they sleep, and I'm about to go to sleep myself. So it's not like they really finna get on my nerves. So her and Van, dip out late night, date night. So a few weeks later, and when I say Van is really feeling her, he coming over on a regular basis to hang out with her, not just to get in her pants. And so one night, again, she does this a lot when I'm sleeping, or thinks I'm sleeping. I hear them in the living room. Again, the door is not completely closed to the bedroom that I'm in, because you never know when one of the kids may come in and want to get into bed, or needs to get out the bed to go to the bathroom, whatever the situation. So of course I'm not going to close the door. That way they can get in and out, with no problems when they feel like it. And so, without disturbing anybody else. So, I roll over and I see her wrapped in a blanket, get up off the couch and go in the kitchen. And he follows behind her. Lights never turn on, nothing. But I hear what they're in there doing. And it wasn't long, it wasn't long. And then they get up and go in the bedroom. Well, me being, now I'm talking. Now I've got to tell somebody. I called Pretty Princess. Told Pretty Princess the whole gist of the story. Told him not to say anything. This is just me and you. Well, he couldn't wait till they got to work. He told it. And I'm like, dude, okay, whatever. That sets off the meaning. Why are you telling the business? Well, go on in the house, just stay in the house, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, girl, your business been out there in the street. Like, come on now. Everybody know you a hoe. Everybody. And if my cousin watching this clip, she know exactly who I'm talking about, and she can verify that I'm telling the truth. So, long story short, I end up moving out because, of course, that sets her off. But my biggest thing is you doing all this with 2 daughters. What are you showing your daughters? And the killing part, what was the icing on the cake for me, is when her oldest daughter has her own father. Her youngest 2 has the same father. Her oldest daughter's father told her, and I thought I was gonna die when he told her this, is that you not a mother, you a bitch with kids. I fell out. So while you think it's cute to do all this extra, people watching you. I mean, live your life, boo. Live it 100% without a doubt. Do you. But especially if you got daughters, mothers with daughters, do better. Fathers with sons, do better. Because you want your daughters to be better than you, a better woman than you. So if that was your lesson, is not to be out here spreading your legs, I'm going to show you what spreading your legs do. So if that was the lesson that you was trying to teach your daughters, 100%. You got it. But I would have went a different way to teach my daughters. Fathers, if you don't want your son to be a deadbeat, do better. But also know that your kids learn from your mistakes. Don't think they don't. 100% without a doubt. They do learn from your mistakes. I didn't see it myself where sons learn from their dads that wasn't there and how to be a better father than that. I didn't see young men grow up and be damn good fathers because of the lack of a father that they had. I didn't see young women grow up to be damn good mothers for the lack of the mother that they had. So just know, sometimes those mistakes that you make, your kids do learn from them. So moral of the story is, let's do better with this next generation, because they deserve it. They do. And I know my part in the situation was wrong. I shouldn't have told her business, but I'm telling it again now to y'all. But I got more stories for y'all. So just know that you are somebody. Somebody loves you, and we all can do better out here in these streets. We just have to hold ourselves accountable for those lessons. So just know, let's have a conversation about it. Let's talk about it. Let's be about it. Let's stand 10 toes down. Love y'all. See y'all next time. Bye.